Adam Davis, let's talk about his arrival first. What's the challenge to him?
Yeah, well, it's obvious. It's to try and get in our team. I know David well enough as a character, and we've had the conversations that, I wanted to make it really clear that the challenge is Wes is in front of him, East is pushing hard, Wes has been patient, and all credit to Wes, we've let two goalkeepers go because he's got past them and got in the team. And then Davo's now in the building to provide that competition to Wes along with Easty.
What does he bring that's different, better, worse than what you already have?
Well, the experience of this league's a big thing, so playing a lot of games. Having played a lot of games in this league this season as well, so there's lots of goalkeepers who've not played for a long, long time, but we wanted someone who'd been in and around it this season as well, which is important. And then as a goalkeeper, he's got a real calm demeanour on the pitch, and is generally safe and very reliable in terms of his performances. So, yeah, that's what he's based his career on.
And he's 29 now, so, prime age for a goalkeeper and all of that. It must be a great chance for him to get his career back on track, having not played much league football down at Stoke.
Yeah, and that's it. They've had a lot of competition there, some big name keepers, and he wants to. We've been out of contract next season. He wants to go and earn a deal. Whether that's here, whether that's elsewhere. As you say, he wants that first team football, and he's had honest conversations with Michael down at Stoke as well, and he, along with Stoke, thought it'd be better if he moved on, and we've capitalised on that.
Am I right in thinking, or do I remember that you made him captain of the side at Barnsley, at least for a short amount of time? So he's got his captaincy material.
Yeah, he was a consistent performer in my time at Barnsley, and I think he was captain more when I'd gone, but he was a consistent performer, part of a successful team, and gained a lot of experience there, and broke into the Wales squad while he was there as well. So he's got good experience, good big game experience, and like I said, good experience at this level as well.
Of course, the bell will soon toll in the transfer window. Any closer to getting that centre back?
No, not as it stands. No closer. It's frustrating, obviously, but no closer.
What's the delay?
There's been lots of different reasons why we've not got one over the line. Whether that's been the players change their mind, whether that's been competition from other clubs, whether that's been money, whether that's been us a little bit slow, letting someone else to nip in. There's been a combination of a lot of things really that's not allowed us to get a player in yet.
Rhys Williams at Liverpool is the name that has been constantly mentioned. Is there any truth in that? Is he someone you're after?
They're one of many. I wouldn't say after, because he's not our player. As far as we know, he's not available as it stands. He's Liverpool's player, and we just have to keep monitoring lots of players who we think could come in and do a good job for us, because that's the other thing. There are a lot of players out there, but we have to be clear of the role we want them to perform. Ideally, and I said it all along, we want players to be our players. We want it to be buying his own players and not plugging the gaps with loans, but that may become a necessity.
Right, and just to check on that, I mean, is it likely to be a loan this window then for whoever? Yeah. So is there no transfer fee at all, no budget for a transfer fee at all then this window?
Not as it stands, no. So you sort of change the goalposts and change the type we want to recruit, but also then you change your decision making, because there's lots of players who are performing really, really well, and who are our players, and we want to build, because they're part of our squad, not just this season, but next season as well. So, as I said, the priority was and is to work with our own players and develop our own. So if you bring in a loan player, you can go and get one, but sometimes there's massive penalties on if they're playing or not. And again, I don't want to be guaranteeing people game time. I want people to earn game time, so that becomes my choice. I don't want anyone having the right of thinking that they've got a place in the team. Everyone has to earn a place in the team. So yeah, lots of different things come into it when you're just going to get a loan player, if you like, for a short period of time.
And just finally, on this particular type of thing, is it You've got the goalkeeper now, obviously. Is it just the defender you're after between now and the bell?
Yeah, just because of where we're short, we're an injury and illness away from potentially being in trouble, and we know we've got the players who would use and push in, but we might get ourselves in a really good position this season, and it'd be a crying shame if then we couldn't capitalise on it because we get an injury or an illness at the wrong time to one or two key people. So that's the need. We've got cover in lots of other positions and a lot more competition. So yeah, of course you want the best possible players for each position, but I also think the position we're in and how we're performing at the minute, it could become a real priority and a shame if something like that costs us just because we didn't get a player in at the only opportunity we have.
And when we spoke about this previously, it must have been a while ago now, the idea was potentially more outs than ins. Could anybody leave the club in this window? I know obviously Slater's moved on, Burke's gone down to Millwall. Could anybody else leave between now and Monday?
Yeah, we'll see. Look, that's again, we have got still quite a lot of attacking options, but at the minute we only had 16 outfield players fit and available today. So as I said, we could do it in terms of positional numbers, but we don't want to leave ourselves short. We've got, if we're not going to bring players in, we need to make sure we've got enough numbers training, enough quality in the building. And as I said, at any point with injuries and illnesses, we could be leaving ourselves really short.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that then as we tick along to Peterborough. Who's a particular concern then at this stage?
It's as it was, really. It's as it was from the last game. People progressing, getting close to coming back in terms of obviously Morgan doing his rehab. Ben, Freezy, people like that. Jack's obviously a bit more long term. Can't remember who else I've missed. So yeah, we've
Stevens maybe.
Yeah, and a similar. They're all similar timescales now in terms of last couple of weeks. So yeah, but as I said, we've as patterns been at the minute, we've got players back and lost them at the same time. But I'm hoping to get them all back in and all competing.
Ben Davis, of course, has had his problems. When's he going to be available for you?
Yeah, so Ben trained today, not all the session, but trained today with us. So it's his first day back in with the group after COVID. So hopefully, we can keep progressing him. He worked hard in the couple of weeks before he had COVID, and then he suffered with it. To be fair, he had quite a few symptoms, but he's over it now, and pushing on again.
So Peterborough this weekend, does that match, given their defensive record, come with a bit of pressure and expectation, given the Blades' recent form?
Not really. I said it before. If anyone's going into the game thinking that we're going to come unstuck, whether that's our players, as fans, coaching staff, and they've been much more dangerous at home than they have away, in terms of their goal scoring. So they certainly pose threats, and I think the fact that they do generally try and go for teams is one of the reasons why they have conceded goals. So yeah, you'd be foolish if you're going there thinking you're going to create chances and score goals, then chances are Peterborough is going to create chances and score goals. So we think it's going to be a tough game. We're going to prepare that way and focus a hell of a lot on how we want to approach it.
There seems to be quite the feel-good factor about Sheffield United at the minute. 1 defeat in 8, and one of those not wins was the throwaway at Preston. You must be quite content with how things are progressing. Yeah,
form-wise, and if you're looking at accumulating points, it's right up there. It's where you want to be if you want to be top of the league. So yeah, in this small passage of games, if you like, 7-8 games, it's been very good. So we want that to continue. Yeah, we know why it's been good. The approach from the players has been good. The mentality and the work to keep pushing and driving has been good. And we need more of the same. And it's not going to get easier with the schedule we've got and the workload we've got in terms of games. But again, that's where this squad will come into it. And when we can chop and change 1 or 2 bodies in each game, we can keep that freshness, keep that energy, and keep that competition.
And it's that argument or the dilemma of games in hand or points in the bag, isn't it, really, for Sheffield United?
Yeah, points. Give me, points. So long as you're in the right place, If them points are never going to be enough, then you take the games in hand, hoping you win them. So, yeah, we suffered. Like I said, it weren't necessarily games called off. It was how they were called off that upset me and sort of angered us, because it was always last minute. We were the one that suffered. We're the ones now with a congested fixture list, and we thought we did everything right in terms of trying to manage COVID and get through things. But we'll just use it to drive us on. It's not an excuse. It's the situation we find ourselves in. So yeah, there'll be certainly no lack of motivation anyway.